Hello everyone. Today I am going to give you a presentation on comparative study of Orlando with literature and Indian cinema. Here, here is my some personal information, points to ponder about author. Virginia Woolf was a famous British writer born on January 25, 1882 in London. She is known for her pioneer works in modernist literature during the early 20th century. Woolf was a key figure in a Bloomsbury group, a circle of intellectuals and artists. As Gupti mentioned in his presentation about the Bloomsbury group, her most famous work is Mrs. Dalloway to the Lighthouse and Orlando. Woolf's writing style often focused on the interior lives for her character and explored the theme of consequence and prescription. She struggled with the mental illness throughout her life, experienced the periods of severe depression. In 1941, Woolf tragically died by suicide at the age of 59. We all know about we all know already about no, we all know about her suicide. She lives in a river with some heavy stones. Overview of Orlando. Orlando is a unique biographical novel inspired by the family history of Vita Sackville West. The story starts in 1588 with a young boy named Orlando. He writes a poem, Oak Tree. Orlando becomes popular at the Elizabethan court and falls in love with a princess from Russia. He has conversation about the literature with a poet named Sir Nicholas Green, who is similar to Sir Edmund Gosse. Here I take help of AI ideogram to represent the novel's cover photo. I want to try to represent a dual identity of Orlando in the same poster. Later, during the time of Charles II, Orlando becomes the ambassador and gets a fancy title. One strange night, Orlando falls asleep as a man and wakes up as a woman. One night when he sleeps as a man and after the 7 days he wakes up as a female character in the novel. She enjoys her life as a female character, but when she returned in 1928 in London, she met her friend Green, who helped to publish her poem. Here we can find out some heavy strength of the novel. The novel starts in 1588 and ends in 1928. So here the novel passed the many centuries. Overview of Shikhandi. I take this information of the book of Devdutt Patnaik and the based on his article. Shikhandi was originally born a woman named Amba in previous life. After being rejected by Bhishma and unable to take revenge as a woman, Amba took a rebirth through the boon of Lord Shiva. Shikhandi is a translated child of King Drupad. The article states the Shikhandi is described the Inuj in Mahabharata, but the author Devdutt Patnaik points to the Shikhandi as an actual transsexual, someone who transforms one gender to another gender. So Shikhandi is gender identity transformed from female Amba to transgender male transsexual person Shikhandi across the mythological tale. The article highlights the Shikhandi's gender fluidity being a woman and men in the same body, allowed to take revenge on Bhishma and Mahabharata battle. Some similarity between Orlando and Shikhandi, gender fluidity. In both of work, we find out some gender fluidity and transformation of main characters. In Orlando, the protagonist is transformed. First, he is considered as a male character and then transformed is a female character. And in the other hand, Shikhandi, he is considered as a woman like Amba, and then he is transformed in a male character, or we can say a transsexual character. Finding themselves, both characters go on a journey to figure out who they really are. Orlando explore the different part of themselves beyond just being a male to a female. While Shikhandi struggle with the expect the different gender in Asian India. Big deals in the stories. Orlando and Shikhandi are important figures in the stories that have been told a long time. That represent idea about the gender identity and what society expects from people. Orlando's story is famous for showing how someone can change gender, and Shikhandi's story challenge what people thought about the gender roles long ago. Now I try to compare it Orlando in Indian cinema. The Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a very famous movie released in 2020. It features a transgender character named Lakshmi, portrayed by actor Sharad Kelkar. The story revolves around Lakshmi's spirit processing in the body of the main protagonist, role played by Akshay Kumar. The movies address the societal attitude toward the transgender and individual in India. It highlights the discrimination and prejudice that face transgender people in Indian society. We find out some how transgender community are facing some lots of struggle in India. Lakshmi's character challenges the traditional gender norms and expectations. The film aims to raise awareness about transgender and issues, promote the absent the insecurity. While the movie received a mixed review, it sparked a conversation about the transgender represent in Indian cinema. Some similarity between Orlando and Lakshmi movie, exploring the gender identity. The both of works into the gender identity and transformation. In the Lakshmi, the protagonist proceeds by the ghost and transgender woman, blurring the lines between genders. Similarly, in Orlando, the titular character undergoes the gender transformation from man to a woman, exploring the fluidity of gender identity. Historical context. Orlando covers many different times in history and how people lived during those times. As we know, Orlando, the novel starts with 1588 and ends with 1928. So much time Orlando was passed in a lots of century and he observed the lifestyle of people of that time. In a Lakshmi movie, it talks about the culture and beliefs in India, especially about ghost and transgender people. Here we find out some supernatural element and how transgender communities face some struggle in India. Challenges and expenses. Both stories show how hard it is for characters who don't fit into a typical idea about gender. In Orlando, the main character face pressure and difficulties because they change gender. In the Lakshmi, the process the character deals with unfair treatment because they link in transgender ghost. Representation of transformation. In both story, main character go through a big change. In a Lakshmi, the protagonists are protagonists are controlling a ghost and she change her or his gender. And in the other side, Orlando also change his identity in twice time in a novel. So in a conclusion, comparing Orlando by Virginia Woolf secondly from the Mahabharata and movie Lakshmi, lets us see how different culture and times handle gender identity in story in Orlando. Would show us the character who doesn't fit into a typical male or female roles for many centuries, making us rethink what gender means. Similarly, Shikhandi in Mahabharata challenges gender roles in Indian mythology, showing how individuals shape their identity despite society expectation. On the other hand, Lakshmi tries to talk about the gender identity in today's India through the popular movie lens. Each tale gives it own take on the journey to self-acceptance, encouraging us to think critically about society norms and celebrate our differences. Here are some work citations. Thank you. If you have any question regarding my presentation, so you can free to ask.
So, Jatin, in what ways do the main character's journey of self-discovery parallel each other?
Self-discovery, we find out self-discovery in the same theme in all three work. In Orlando, self-discovery, Orlando tries to discover herself. We find out we cannot say any particular gender of Orlando. He plays a role like a male, and sometimes he plays role like a female. In the start of the novel, we consider Orlando as a male character, but in the end, we can know about his identity as a female character. In the other hand, in Mahabharata, Shikhandi, the first birth in a Shikhandi is considered as a female character named Amba. And after the rebirth in the same body, he considered as a male character like or transgender character like Shikhandi.
Second, my question is that how did transformation of gender play an important role in each of these tales?
In every tale, the transformation plays a big role. Without transformation, we can't imagine Orlando's story because the main theme in Orlando is a transformation. Without transformation, Orlando is not a worthy or good novel. And in a Shikhandi, in Mahabharata, the transformation of Amba to a Shikhandi is considered like to take a revenge. We all know about the Shikhandi and Amba story. When Bhishma wants Shikhandi for his nephew, but after rejection of Bhishma, Shikhandi wants to take revenge, but he can't able to do it in a female body. That's why he goes went to Lord Shiva and boon by him, and she rebirthed him as a male character in a same book. So transformation is play an important role in both works. Thank you very much.